Have you ever baked something at home, pulled it out of the oven, taken that first warm bite, and felt that familiar comforting sweetness wash over you, only to stop and wonder, wait, was that real vanilla or the fake kind? Most of us have no idea. Vanilla is so deeply woven into our lives that we almost stop noticing it. It's in birthday cakes, ice cream cones, morning lattes, holiday candles, perfumes, and even cleaning products. It smells like comfort. It tastes like nostalgia. But behind that gentle, familiar flavor is a story far more dramatic than you'd ever expect. And it leads to a deceptively simple question that turns out to be surprisingly hard to answer. If someone didn't tell you, could you really tell the difference between real vanilla and artificial vanilla? To understand the difference, we have to start with real vanilla, because real vanilla is not just a flavor. It's a process. It begins with an orchid, one of the most delicate and temperamental plants used in food production. Vanilla orchids only grow in specific tropical climates, and they're incredibly picky about their conditions. What makes this even more remarkable is that each vanilla flower blooms for just a single day. Miss that window, and the opportunity is gone. In the wild, only a specific type of bee can pollinate it. In most vanilla growing regions today, humans step in instead. Workers carefully hand-pollinate each flower, one by one, knowing that timing is everything. After pollination, the plant takes months to grow long green pods, what we casually call vanilla beans. But even then, they're not ready. Not even close. Those beans still have no familiar vanilla smell. That aroma we love doesn't exist yet. The magic happens during curing, a slow and labor-intensive process that can take 6 months or more. The beans are heated, sweated, dried, and rested repeatedly. During this time, hundreds of aromatic compounds slowly develop. This is where vanilla becomes vanilla. It's also why real vanilla is so expensive. Every bottle of pure vanilla extract represents months of waiting, careful handling, and human effort. When you smell real vanilla, you're not smelling one single flavor. You're smelling layers. Warm caramel. Soft smoke. Gentle spice. Sometimes even floral or fruity notes. It's complex, slightly unpredictable, and deeply natural. That complexity is its signature. Artificial vanilla takes a completely different route. Instead of flowers and thyme, it starts in a lab. Scientists discovered long ago that one compound is responsible for what most of us recognize as vanilla flavor. That compound is vanillin. Vanillin exists naturally inside real vanilla beans, but it can also be made synthetically. Today, artificial vanilla is usually produced from byproducts of wood pulp or from petrochemicals. It's efficient. It's cheap. It's scalable. And most importantly, it's consistent. Every bottle tastes the same, every single time. From a chemistry perspective, vanillin is vanillin, regardless of where it comes from. And that's where things get tricky. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Artificial vanilla smells and tastes a lot like real vanilla. In fact, for many people, artificial vanilla is the flavor they grew up with. It's what flavored their childhood ice cream, boxed cake mixes, and store-bought cookies. So that sharp, sweet, straightforward vanilla note becomes their mental definition of what vanilla is supposed to taste like. When those same people finally try real vanilla for the first time, it can actually feel underwhelming. Not because it's worse, but because it's different. It's softer, more subtle, less aggressive. Instead of shouting vanilla, it whispers it in layers. So could you tell the difference in a blind taste test? The honest answer is, sometimes. In simple foods, like sugar cookies, pancakes, or basic vanilla ice cream, the difference can be noticeable, but it's not guaranteed. Real vanilla often tastes rounder and deeper. while artificial vanilla tends to hit fast and fade quickly. Artificial vanilla can feel sharp, almost candy-like. But once you add sugar, butter, chocolate, or other strong flavors, those differences can blur. In a heavily sweetened dessert, even experienced tasters can struggle. Where real vanilla really shines is in delicate recipes. Custards, pastry creams, panna cotta, lightly sweetened whipped cream. In these dishes, vanilla isn't fighting for attention. It's the main character. Real vanilla integrates itself into the flavor instead of sitting on top of it. It lingers longer. It feels smoother and more complete. Artificial vanilla still tastes good, but by comparison, it can feel flat. Like a photograph versus a painting. One captures the idea. The other captures depth. Smell plays an even bigger role than taste here. Our brains rely heavily on aroma to interpret flavor. That's why food tastes bland when your nose is stuffed up. Real vanilla contains dozens, sometimes hundreds, of aromatic compounds. Artificial vanilla usually relies on one main note. When you smell them side by side, the difference becomes clearer. Real vanilla smells warm and alive, almost evolving as you breathe it in. Artificial vanilla smells familiar and comforting, but simpler. Like hearing a single piano note instead of a full chord. Despite all this, artificial vanilla isn't the villain it's often made out to be. It exists for very practical reasons. Real vanilla is one of the most expensive spices in the world, and its price is notoriously unstable. A single storm, crop disease, or political disruption in a major growing region can send prices soaring overnight. Artificial vanilla provides stability. It makes vanilla-flavored foods affordable and accessible. Without it, many everyday treats would become luxury items. Consistency is another major factor. Artificial vanilla tastes the same every time. For large food manufacturers, that matters more than romance or tradition. People expect their favorite ice cream or snack to taste identical no matter where they buy it. Real vanilla, being a natural product, varies from batch to batch. Some beans are smokier. Some are sweeter. Some are more floral. That variability is beautiful, but it's a nightmare for mass production. There's also psychology at play. Studies have shown that when people are told they're tasting premium ingredients, they're more likely to perceive complexity and richness. When they're told something is artificial, they often focus on what feels missing. Blind taste tests remove those expectations, and the results are humbling. Many people guess wrong. Some confidently choose artificial vanilla as real, others can't tell at all. Trained bakers and chefs tend to perform better, but even they aren't perfect. Which leads to the bigger question. Does real vanilla always matter? For home baking, the answer depends on context. If vanilla is the star of the dish, real vanilla is worth the investment. If it's playing a supporting role, artificial vanilla can do the job beautifully. That's why many experienced bakers keep both in their kitchens. They don't treat it as a moral choice. They treat it as a practical one. At the end of the day, this debate isn't really about which one is better. It's about awareness. Once you understand where flavors come from, you experience them differently. That scoop of ice cream, that cookie, that candle on your table suddenly carries a story you didn't notice before. And that awareness is what makes everyday things more interesting. If you enjoyed this journey into one of the world's most familiar flavors, be sure to explore our other binge-worthy videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay curious about the small details that shape the world around us.